Thank you for clicking Dr. Samurai channel. In this video, I would like to answer the question, what is going on in San Francisco Tenderloin District? My name is Dr. Samurai. I'm a professor specialized in international sociopathology. As of December 17th, 2021, San Francisco Mayor Ms. London Breed declared state of emergency in the Tenderloin District in San Francisco to bring down overdose death and violent crimes in that poorest drug-infested neighborhoods, according to Ms. Daisy Nguyen in an article, San Francisco Mayor declares emergency in troubled district. What is really happening in that poorest neighborhood of San Francisco? There's an episode why that poor neighborhood of downtown San Francisco is called Tenderloin. Tenderloin is, as you well know, a part of meat used for steak. This is what I actually heard from the people living in that neighborhood. According to him, it is because police officers are called so many times to that neighborhood for dealing with troubles. So they have to work extra to cope with the problems in that neighborhood. Extra time means extra pay. With that, I heard they can eat a good steak. That is why it is called tenderloin. I'm not sure this is historically true or not, but I'm just introducing this because I thought it was interesting. Anyway, Tenderloin has been known as a neighborhood infested with poverty, drugs, and crimes. And now it is said mainly due to that neighborhood, San Francisco had 700 street overdose cases. And in 2021, they also had 600 cases. This happened after San Francisco's new policy on drugs, titled Supervised Consumption Services, which legally sanctions facilities which provide a space for people to consume drugs in a controlled setting under the supervision of trained staff with access to sterile needles. Participants can also receive healthcare, counseling, and referrals to health and social services, including drug treatment, according to a press release titled San Francisco to become first city in U.S. to implement supervised consumption services, dated on February 6th, 2018. And it says currently approximately 120 sites providing this supervised consumption services over 65 cities around the world in 12 countries. And studies have shown supervised consumption are effective at reducing overdose deaths, preventing HIV, hepatitis, reducing street drug uses and disposal of syringe, and also referring people to treatment and other services. Oh, if you like this kind of discussions, please click that green and yellow good luck channel logo. Having said that, San Francisco is now seeing 600 overdose cases. And now Mayor London, because of that, is declaring state of emergency and pledging to crack down on open drug use, brazen home break-ins, and criminal behaviors that mark the city's well-intentioned tolerance and compassion. And now, getting right down to the question, what is really happening in San Francisco? The answer is that currently there's only San Francisco and New York City that have this supervised drug use policy What that means is the outside environment of San Francisco, people who use drugs are still under threat to be arrested by police because the number of the cities are almost none. All those people using drugs under threat has been moving to safe haven of San Francisco. If, as the study shows, national environment has multiple sanctioned cities, it may have worked as it showed. However, at this initial stage, San Francisco is practically being a refuge for drug-addicted people who want to safely use drugs without arrest. You see, because there's still a high pressure on the drug use in the United States. And now Safe Haven opened up. Everybody who is using drugs were wanting to come to the safe environment where they can use the drugs without arrest. This is what is happening. And Ms. Mayor London had to change her initial stance of goodwill to come hard on drug use and theft, robberies, and other criminal behaviors, just to straighten out the city's environment. Ms. London herself is from a very poor family. 5 family members were living on $900 a month, and she was from a project in the Western Addition neighborhood of San Francisco. And her younger sister died of drug overdose, and her brother is prison serving a 44-year sentence for manslaughter and armed robbery. So Mayor Ms. London Breed, herself being from a family, she has higher sympathy with those poor people who are hooked on drugs, and managed to come up with this new drug policy that has been working in European countries. But it didn't work as she expected. And seeing a Muslim girl punched in the head by a woman who was making a racist comment triggered her to temporarily change her policy. And here's an answer to the question, what is really happening in San Francisco today? San Francisco Mayor Ms. London Breed started this new policy proven to work in other countries. However, because it was a very pilot program in the United States where drug users are still living under high pressure of getting arrested, this supervised drug use policy worked only as providing a safe haven for all those drug users in other states to come to use drugs under this safe environment. Now, as of December 2021, New York City joined this new supervised drug use policy. It seems there's some understanding on this new direction, but it is still premature. I have a high respect for a mayor like her who understands the living of poor people. But it might have been wiser to start this policy cooperating with the other neighbor cities all together if she really wanted her new policy to work out as the previous study showed. When high pressure is working down on people, if you create a safe haven, people just move into that safe haven. This is a simple physics, so she may have needed to diverse that pressure by cooperating with the other neighboring cities if she wanted this to work as she intended. If we are serious about making certain good-willed policy work, abruptly setting up this lenient policy is unlikely to work. You first have to work on reducing the pressure surrounding your neighborhood. Then you have to start this policy of goodwill. That's the answer based upon the basic rule in physics. Thank you very much for watching. I hope I answered your question, and wherever you are, my friend, on this small planet Earth during this very short period of time. Thank you. Bye-bye.